I've been having some weird dreams lately. I just had a dream. Lately, I've been trying to rest my mind, understand what God been telling me because I don't know why, but I don't know what it is about me laying down and resting and sleeping, but God be talking to me a lot when I go to sleep. And just had a dream that I was like grabbing some food and I was grabbing like you go to a barbecue, you just grabbing the plate. It kind of sort of reminded me of that, except I was inside of this building. I wasn't outside, and I'm like grabbing food, and then I'm walking and putting food on the plate at the same time. And then somebody put like a half a hot dog, like try to like they actually tried to put it to my mouth. It was already eaten, and they was trying to get me to eat it, and I looked over and there was this girl named Bree that worked at the Walmart distribution center back in 2022 in Ridgeville, South Carolina. I never knew this girl, yo. Like, I talked to her before. I never got her number or nothing, and I wasn't like engaging in sex or anything with her like that. But I just recall saying that she was attractive one time, and that was it. And I did release a video saying that a baby was gonna be born on June 18th at 1:14 a.m. I don't know, man. Look, I've been through so much confusion. I fell back from a lot of that stuff that I was talking about because I was trying to understand what was going on around me. Because at one point in time, I believe it was a lot of situations of ladies or possibly like an auntie of mine got like taking some sperm of mine and then passing it around that I probably like when I was masturbating in 2022. You know what I'm saying? I thought that they was probably taking the shirts and stuff that I was ejaculating in and giving it to somebody and impregnating them. I didn't know. I wasn't certain. But and I also had a dream. I was in like this apartment area and I saw this dude named Trav that used to work at the Pepsi warehouse. This was like a week ago, and it was like he walked in the room and I was in there chilling watching TV and he looked over like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm like, "Oh, like this." I was like, "Oh, this your spot?" He like, "Yeah." You know what I'm saying? I could tell that he was looking at me like I didn't know that I was like at the same place that he'd be like living at or something. It was weird. And then I looked over to my left and I saw this girl named Jerica. Like I said, I never had sex with this girl, but that was just somebody that like back in the day I used to kind of like. And she was changing. Like she was putting on like some capris pants and stuff like that. And then there was this other girl that was holding up this baby that was like 2 years old or something like that. And the baby looked just like Jerica, but it had hair like a grown woman. The baby had hair like a grown woman. And the baby was asking me, she was like, "Are you nervous? Are you nervous?" And it was this girl that was like caramel skin and she was like real thick. And she was holding the baby up and she was like smiling, like, but she was tucking her head down like behind the baby, like smiling, holding the baby up like while the baby was talking to me. But the baby looked like Jerica. And the baby kept saying, "Are you nervous? Are you nervous?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not nervous. Why you keep asking me if I'm nervous? I'm not nervous." Like, what I gotta be nervous for? I remember just kind of laughing, like, why this baby? And I was laughing because the baby had hair like a grown woman, like like she actually had hair like it wasn't she had full hair and it was done like a grown woman, but it was a baby's face. It was like a 2-year-old little girl. So, and the baby looked like I said, the baby was like caramel skin, looked like Jerica. So I don't know. And again, this dream that I just had, lately I just been trying to rest my mind and figure out what God is telling me, because this dream that I just had, I was just like grabbing a plate of food and then it was like somebody put a half-eaten hot dog on my plate. Then they tried to actually like make me eat the food and stuff like that. And then I grabbed her chair, lifted her up in the air. I grabbed her by her chair and I lifted up like, "Yo," I was like, "What you do that for?" And I realized it was this light-skinned girl named Bree back in the day. I remember saying that like, girl was attractive and stuff, but I never did anything with her. Man, I've been through so much confusion. The reason why I like calmed down and stopped talking about certain people that I believe was a part of the 144,000 Israelites, the babies being born on certain days and times, was because I went through so much confusion. I said I'm gonna calm down and step back and just observe things from a different point of view. And the reason why I recently put up this post about December 1st, 2023, all the way to December 6th, 2023, because when I went to that Quality Inn in Columbia, South Carolina, because I left on the night of December 1st, but I got there by December 2nd. You know what I'm saying? I left around like 10 or 11 p.m. I pulled over at a rest stop for a minute, said a prayer, kept trying to figure out what God is telling me. Why is God even telling me to go this route? You know what I'm saying? And I'm still trying to figure things out because nobody is telling me directly. And that's what makes me so upset because, like I said, money not everything to me. Money was never my biggest goal in life. So when I start actually asking God for more instructions and directions and stuff like that, I feel like a lot more people start moving in a scandalous way. And my biggest goal was like always to just make sure that I was good first. I was on good terms with God, and then like figure out what's going on, like just with the people that I was around, like my mom, my sisters and stuff like that, my main immediate family, my bro. And it didn't work that way, yo, because when things got worse and I started reaching out to everybody saying, yo, something not right about our families, pictures look Photoshop, I think they've been cloned, well, nobody said anything to me. So now my biggest focus has been trying to help them out with that. So all I've been doing is like praying as a lady, like, God, keep my, my siblings, delivered from evil, protected from evil and danger, my family, because I realize certain people don't look the same, so people could be cloned or something, you know what I'm saying? They be throwing me off, for real, for real. And I don't know what's going on, yo, but I still been celibate for basically 4 years now. I still been sober for basically 3 years now. And I think it's some lady recently walking around saying that I've been having sex with her, or it could just all be in my mind, yo. But the whole time I worked at the Walmart distribution center, I wasn't having sex with anybody, yo. But I do believe that at some point in time, somebody took my sperm and gave it to somebody by taking something that I, when I was masturbating and jacking off, and then taking something that I ejaculated in, whether it was like a shirt or a sock or something back in 2022, or maybe even 2023. But the last time I masturbated was in November 2023. So somebody probably took a shirt or a sock or something, or that's all I could think of. Or if somebody just, I don't know what else like somebody could have used, you feel me? But lately I've been saying, man, I ain't even about to go to sleep. I don't even feel like sleeping. And then I'll just lay back and rest for a minute, and then I'll see a vision or something. And like I said, the main thing that's been on my mind as of lately is like, man, I be praying that my family remains safe, healthy, alive, protected from evil and danger, delivered from evil and danger. Because some things just ain't, it just ain't, I know it ain't right. Nobody's going to tell me directly what's going on, but it's a lot of stuff that ain't right, yo. So, I just wanted to speak on these dreams that I had recently, yo, because it's a lot of weird activity going on. It's 12:10 p.m. It's 12:10 p.m. It is December 9th, 2025. It's AJ, yo.